Hi, so today is day 6. Technically still day 5, but I'm gonna record 2 videos today because, as I said, my friend is coming over to help me with my project, and I won't have much time these next 2 days with that in mind. Let's start this video. Today we will be talking about how we need to stop negative self-talk and how damaging it can be to ourselves. First of all, I like to start with this experiment. I can't quote who did it right now, but I've heard of it so much. And I think we did it in our school as well, where you make fresh rice and you put it in 2 separate containers. Now, to one container, you only say very positive things, positive affirmations, and to the other one, you kind of just almost like bully it. You just straight up go like, you're useless, you're good for nothing, you're not capable. And what they found, I think it was after a week, the rice that was being said and fed all these like good affirmations was so almost fresh. And the rice that was being fed all these negative affirmations was like basically moldy, which is insane. And it's not only that, like, I think there was another experiment I saw too on sound, because again, remember, our words are energy, and like basically everything is energy. And they tested it out, I believe it was on water particles or snow particles or something like that. And they saw the particles that were being fed all these like good affirmations were so beautiful and like crystallized, like kind of like the snow shape, the little crystal shape. I don't know, but the ones that were being fed all these like negative affirmations, it was like this mess. It wasn't structured at all. It was very disfigured. So, with that said, I've been actively trying not to say any negative affirmations to myself, and I even stop myself sometimes, because sometimes I know how difficult it can be to stop doing something that's like so ingrained into you, into your mindset. Um, because before, I remember I used to insult myself a lot because I thought I was funny doing that. And I remember I would say like, oh, I'm not good at that. Or like, oh, I'm not that intelligent. I'm not that this and that. Even though I was. But again, I would keep saying that to the point where I was like, oh, like I had so much self-doubt in myself. Like even leading up to this channel, like I know I have so much value. I know I have so much good things to say and like just opinions to share that I'm hoping will help other people and inspire other people. But before starting this, I'm like looking at all the other creators in the niche and being like, oh, they have better editing skills, they have better this, they have this, and they have that, and like just constant comparisons. And those comparisons all led to negative self talk about myself. It's like, why would they want to listen to you? Well, honestly, why wouldn't you? um, but it's just that mindset shift. Like even if I can like help one person, that's enough for me. Um, but yeah, it's like when you keep saying all these negative things to yourself, it causes so much anxiety and self doubt and keeps you paralyzed. You've probably so many great ideas, so many great things that you want to do, but you just hear one person say no, or one person look at you funny when you say it, and that's enough. Like, you shouldn't belittle yourself for other people. You shouldn't question your self worth for other people. And I invite you all to do this exercise whenever you start thinking of something negative about yourself, something that, I don't know, like, oh, I'm not good enough at X thing. Then think about times you have been good enough for that, or times you've been successful at other things that are similar enough. So, for example, I don't know, let's say you're saying something like, oh, I'm not good enough to pass this exam, let's say. Like for me, when I was in my master's, sometimes I would be like, oh, like, am I capable of it? But then it's like, I completed my entire bachelor's. I learned, like, for example, Italian from scratch because I was put into an Italian school, public school, without knowing it. And I had to learn it because I had to get by and get good grades. So just start thinking of every time you've succeeded. Whenever there's something negative or you self-doubt, think about every time that you've been capable and pushed through. And I feel like that's the best course of action and what I take also. So that's why when I left my job, because it wasn't resonating with me, I thought about every single instance that I've been successful. And I know I will be successful with whatever project I start. And that's a little mantra that actually I have at the back of my head. It's always like, I am successful at what I do. I am capable at what I do. I have value to offer. And just like constantly a bunch of like positive affirmations. But there's no point in like reading or thinking about these. Well, thinking about them is a bit I can't talk. I can't talk. Is a bit different because like if you keep repeating it and you don't act on it, then it's like, not coinciding. So you have to match what you say, because there's like a bit of clash because you're trying to become this other person or embody this other personality. But that means letting go of your past self which is not serving you and you don't want to be there anymore. So you need to align your words. You can't be like, oh, I'm so healthy, and then be munching down on a whole bag of like Doritos. Because no matter how much you tell your mind like, oh, I'm being healthy, what you see and experience in your 3D is not matching. So of course, to be able to change your 3D, you have to change yourself in here, internally. And the best way is through either active meditation, which I will be trying to get into, and I will document it for you guys, my experience with it, because last night I tried doing it because I was listening to a podcast and it said some of the best times are like 10 minutes, an hour before you go to bed. But then I fell asleep, and like I said, in day 5, I had an alarm on to film that, and I feel like it rang, but I didn't notice it because I was so tired from work. Anyways, so I need to be more active with my meditation. Probably sitting down, not lying down, because I am so quick to fall asleep in basically anywhere. I can fall asleep anywhere. It was like the right temperature. But yeah, with that said, I would say don't criticize yourself so much. Don't be so harsh with yourself. You're trying so much every day, and just the fact that you're alive is a miracle. So don't be so tough with yourself. You're doing a great job. You've come so far, and you'll keep going further and further. Just don't let what other people say bring you down so much, because at the end of the day, we have to love ourselves the most. So imagine if you treat yourself negatively. Like, how do we expect other people to treat us in a positive manner? Because what they see is that we hate ourselves, and they'll treat you the same way, which is quite sad. But you need to, as cliche as it sounds, you need to love yourself first. Okay, and with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and if you resonated with it, please subscribe. I don't know where the subscribe button is. But yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.